Adopting and raising a disabled cat is undoubtedly challenging, but people should be aware that these cats need a little extra care and attention. But the affection we receive in return and the appreciation our pet expresses for our help and attention make the work worthwhile. Giving animals with special needs a second shot at life and experiencing the kind of unconditional love that has the power to change us both happen when we open our hearts to them. Meet Abel. She was found in a terrible state by volunteers on the street and immediately rushed to a veterinary clinic. Her rescuers were unsure whether she would survive due to the severity of her injuries, but they knew they had to try everything they could to save her. Despite her fragile condition, Abel displayed an incredible will to live, which inspired everyone around her to fight for her recovery. At the clinic, veterinarians examined Abel and concluded that her injuries were caused by electrocution. This tragic incident left her unable to control her front paws. The damage was so severe that the doctors had no choice but to amputate both her front paws and her tail. The surgery was risky, and her recovery was long and difficult, but Abel proved to be a fighter. Despite losing so much, she clung to life with determination. After her surgery, Abel was placed in an animal shelter because she needed round-the-clock care that her rescuers could not provide at the clinic. Life in the shelter was not easy for Abel. She was lonely and scared, surrounded by the sounds and smells of many other animals, each with their own heartbreaking story. The shelter workers did their best to care for her, but with so many animals in need, it was impossible to give Abel the constant attention she deserved. The workers at the shelter knew that Abel needed more than they could offer, so they began an active search for a loving home. They reached out to their network, hoping to find someone who could give Abel the care and affection she so desperately needed. Despite her disabilities, Abel had a spark that made her impossible to ignore. Her slightly clumsy movements and resilient spirit captured the hearts of everyone who met her. Luckily, a kind-hearted shelter employee couldn't resist Abel's charm. This woman, who had spent years working with animals, was moved by the kitten's courage and decided to adopt her. Taking Abel home was not a decision made lightly. The woman knew it would require time, patience, and dedication. But she also knew that Abel deserved a chance to live a happy and fulfilling life. Under the care of her new mom, Abel began to thrive. The once fragile kitten grew stronger and more confident every day. Despite missing her front legs, Abel quickly learned to adapt. She developed a unique way of moving, balancing herself on her two hind legs and hopping around like a little kangaroo. Watching her determination to overcome obstacles was nothing short of inspiring. Strong heart. The woman who adopted Abel devoted herself to helping the kitten adapt to her new life. She researched ways to improve mobility for cats with disabilities, provided toys to keep Abel entertained, and ensured her home was safe and accessible. Her dedication paid off, and Abel began to blossom. Within months, the kitten who had once been so helpless was now running, jumping, and even navigating stairs with ease. 2 years later, Abel is fully recovered and lives a life full of joy. She is now a happy, healthy, and independent cat who doesn't let her disabilities hold her back. Abel's life today is almost indistinguishable from that of any other cat. She spends her days playing, exploring, and cuddling with her human mom. Her story is a testament to the resilience of animals and the incredible impact that love and care can have. Abel isn't alone in her journey. Her new home includes another special needs cat named Finn. Finn is paralysed, but like Abel, he has found ways to enjoy life despite his challenges. The two cats have become inseparable, providing each other with companionship and endless entertainment. They play together, nap together, and even seem to comfort one another during difficult moments. Abel and Finn's bond is heartwarming to witness. They have formed a unique friendship built on mutual understanding and support. Watching them together, it's clear that they bring out the best in each other. Finn has taught Abel the joy of having a playmate, while Abel has shown Finn how to embrace life with courage and determination. Today, Abel's story continues to inspire everyone who hears it. She has become a symbol of hope for animals with disabilities and the people who care for them. Her life is a reminder that every animal, regardless of their physical condition, deserves a chance to be loved and cared for. The woman who adopted her often shares Abel's story with others, hoping to encourage more people to consider adopting special needs pets. Abel's journey from a helpless, injured kitten to a thriving, happy cat is nothing short of miraculous. It's a story of resilience, love, and the incredible bond that can form between humans and animals. For those considering adopting a pet with disabilities, Abel's story serves as a powerful reminder that the challenges are far outweighed by the rewards. In her new home, Abel has everything she could ever need: a loving caregiver, a best friend in Finn, and a life filled with joy and adventure. She has shown that even the most difficult circumstances can be overcome with love, determination, and a little help from those who believe in you. Abel's story is not just about survival, it's about thriving against all odds. It's a tale of hope that reminds us all of the transformative power of compassion. If you ever have the chance to open your heart and home to an animal like Abel, know that you'll be gaining not just a pet, but a source of endless inspiration and unconditional love. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, consider giving us a like, tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.